think there's a thread from Luther to Bunyan and then onwards to Spurgeon, actually, because these three men share in common this depth of conviction, and it's born out of this profound wrestling with the assurance of salvation. Look at Luther's life. He practiced formal religion to the nth degree. I can't remember the exact quote with Luther, but it was something like, if anybody could be saved by their monkery, it was I. If anybody could get to heaven by applying all the strictures of the Roman Church, it was Luther. He did everything to the ultimate degree. You know, his confessor Stobbart said to Luther, Luther, you've done it all. You've done more than enough. Just relax, take it easy. And of course he couldn't, because he wasn't saved. And he wouldn't rest until he was. So when he discovered the gospel, the glorious truth that a sinner is saved by faith in Christ, by trusting in Christ. You had this wonderful statement earlier on from Grace Abounding. Let's just have it again. It's so good. One day as I was passing in the field, and that too with some dashes of my conscience, fearing lest all was not yet right, suddenly this sentence fell upon my soul: thy righteousness is in heaven. And methought withal I saw with the eyes of my soul Jesus Christ at God's right hand. There, I say, is my righteousness, so that wherever I was or whatever I was doing, God could not say of me, he lacks my righteousness, for that was just before him. I also saw, moreover, that it was not my good frame of heart that made my righteousness better, nor yet my bad frame that made my righteousness worse. For my righteousness was Jesus Christ himself, the same yesterday, today, and forever. And that is everything to Bunyan, just as it was everything to Luther. No wonder he found his commentary on Galatians to be his favorite book after the Bible, because it's driving home this vital point that by faith alone, by a real, true, personal, living faith born of regeneration, rebirth, that Bunyan first heard about from those women in Bedford who were talking while he was listening. It's real, as Bunyan would say, it's real religion. It's real Christianity. It's real faith. Yeah. And once he got that, and he'd been through all that wrestling, there was no way he was letting that go. Nobody was going to take that away from him. So you read Grace Abounding, and well, certainly I do. I went through it in preparation for this podcast, and I feel for Bunyan, and I'm wrestling in my own heart, and I'm actually shouting out as I'm going through the book, Bunyan, you're saved. Just believe, just trust, just rest, stop fighting. But then as you read on and you realize what he's going to have to go through later, he's going to have to make a stand. He's going to have to be in prison 12 years, and then a second period of imprisonment for a shorter time. But when the book comes to cover those things, there's no issue. There's no problem. He has no wrestling. He has no fightings. Why? Because he's already done all the wrestling. He's already done all the fight. It's Luther all over again. How could these men make such a stand? It's because all the wrestling was done as they fought for this assurance of salvation.